Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday, September 21st, and my name is Linda Weitz, and I'm here with my sister, Diane Gibson, and we are really excited to do the business success training for you this morning. Before we get started, I'd like to ask if anybody has any excitement, upcoming events or successes or anything exciting that they'd like to share before we get into the meeting.
This is April. I do.
Awesome. Thanks.
So I had a couple of different experiences this week that were very interesting. One, there's a couple of people that I've been working with over a period of weeks, and then within back-to-back phone appointments, both of them decided to come on as preferred customers. And then that same evening, I had a friend that I've known since childhood, and she wanted to learn more. And she wanted to actually come over to my house, and so we sat and visited and talked. And she shared some concerns about her daughter, and she's on the cusp of trying to decide where she's going to come in and how she's going to get started with things. And then that was really exciting. But the thing that surprised me the most, that was so encouraging. About a month ago, I had met with a new neighbor here, and we'd gone out to lunch, and we were talking about Relive, and she was talking about the difficulties that her husband had with bone-on-bone pain in his knee, and he wasn't willing to take shakes and stuff. I said, well, we have this balm that may be helpful. Anyway, it came out that while I stepped out to go to the bathroom, she looked up Relive online, and she goes, "This is a cannabinoid. Do you know that?" And she was very upset, and it was like looking at me like, "Oh, are you one of those like loosey-goosey kind of people? They're really way liberal, and you're using this marijuana stuff." And I'm like, "Oh, no, it's not like that." And I tried to explain it to her, and she goes, "Besides, it's way too expensive." And I was just like, she was all put out. I'm like, wow, I just blew this new neighbor friend out of the water. She's never going to want to, have much to do with me. And she's still kind of looking into this odd eye like, I don't know about that April there. And I felt really bad, but I had presented everything that I felt was appropriate about a product and how to understand that this is not what that is. Well, then I get a text this week saying, "April, do you have any of that stuff that helps with knees?" I'm like, well, there's the shake stuff, or there's the balm. She goes, "Yeah, I want the stuff that will help right away. Can I come over and get some?" I'm like, oh my gosh, I was so surprised. I felt so, I don't know, kind of vindicated for the fact that she was just being all weird about it, and I felt like, almost like my reputation, being newly established in this neighborhood, was kind of on the line there. And then she kind of realized that this is something that maybe would be of great value to them, that they were getting ready to go on a trip to Europe. And she goes, "My husband's knees are hurting so bad he can hardly walk. How is he even going to get out and do anything on this great blowout vacation we have in Europe?" So anyway, I just felt good to say, sometimes you just got to stand strong. You present your information, and they, may not understand at the beginning, and then later on they'll think, she never backed down. She presented it and said, this is what it is, and you never know when someone's going to come around.
That's really exciting. What feedback has he given since he's been using the product?
Well, she said, I get some and let's see how it goes, and then they left for Europe, so they're in Europe. I don't know. But I did send them some little snippets of things from the Facebook group, the Hemp to Health thing, where some people had said, "Oh, this really helped with my knee pain," and this one lady had posted that actually she had decided to cancel her knee replacement surgery on account of using it. And so I did send those to her, and one of those little ditties that I sent to her, she texted me back and said, "Thank you." But at this point, like I said, I'm not even sure she has cell reception where she is. But anyway, I'm encouraged to hear when they get back how things went.
Oh, yeah, that's exciting. That's awesome. Thanks so much for sharing that, April.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have an exciting success to share, or anything that they'd like to share with everybody? Okay, so if you have something to share, feel free to just come on and break in, but we'll get started with the training. So, here we go. So, how do you succeed with Relive? And April's story just gave a great picture, an example of how do you succeed with Relive. You follow the fundamental steps, the circle of success, and it's always about new people. And you rely on the system, you rely on what's been given to us, what's been published, what the support that we have available. You do daily things to connect with new people. And so, again, thanks, April, for sharing your successes this week. So the key is you take action now, and there's daily things that you need to do to take this action. And the first is identify new people. So as you are connecting with friends or meeting new people or hearing about stories and you're thinking about people come to mind, you want to check in with them and connect. Identify who you want to talk to and then actually connect with them and make a real connection. Make a connection that isn't about, hey, I'm here to sell you something, because that's not what we're about at all. You connect with them with your heart, basically, and, share how much you care about them, and also have that integrity to share from your heart. If, April's story was great, because if they're giving you a little pushback, just stand firm and say, I know that these products work, and there's many people that I can connect you with. And you want to share the story. You want to share the entire story. Set up a time to really have that ability to go through everything, go through both the products and the business. And once you've done that, you ask for a decision, and you sit and stay quiet and let them make the decision. And then register and go.
So getting into that first step of identifying, it's important to have a list. And you want to make a list right now. And you need to keep adding to the list. And some advice that I received a little while ago, some time ago, actually, is to, take the IXR book. And in the book, there is a place for you to make a list. And you would write down anybody you can think of that falls underneath, like school or church or grocery shopping or neighbors, hobbies. Write down everybody who comes to mind when you see those specific headings. And then the advice that actually, I think Linda was there too. The advice that we received was to take a look at that list and decide who the leader is in that group, and connect with that person. That's the first person you're going to want to connect with. Write down why you thought of them, and this exercise of writing, instead of just thinking, why did I think of you? This exercise of writing will actually bring more to your mind about why it is you connected with them, or why it is you thought of them. And it might be something. It might be something that actually is really very meaningful to them. If you write that down, if you kind of go off the top of your head, you might not hit exactly the spot that you're kind of looking for. And then look and see who the first 5 people are to connect with today. Just send out a message. I've been thinking about you. I'd like to get together. Can we go for coffee or, meet up at Starbucks or something? How are you doing? Always have new people to talk to. We meet new people every day. Family, friends, work, church, social media. Find ways to add people to your list every single day.
And I wanted to add something about finding ways to add to your list every day. If, there's a lot of times maybe you are a stay-at-home mom or dad and you don't really connect with many people. Find opportunities every day to just approach one person and maybe on your walk or maybe at the coffee shop or just, really look for an opportunity to come out of your shell a little bit and find that new person to talk to every day. So then once you've reviewed your 20 prospects with your upline, your sponsor, you think who's first. And Diane really covered that really well. You want to focus on the person who you can identify as a leader in their own right, who might be able to inspire the most people, who might have the most to gain. And then what do you say? You share your excitement and why you thought of them. And using the why lets them know that you care about them. If you approach and you say, I know that you've been struggling lately with maybe health or finances, and then connecting, I've got this opportunity, I have something that I can share with you, and it might interest you. That's a really great way to just reach out to people. And then you go back to our system. You use the company tools to validate. You use your sponsors and your friends in our business. And your goal is to set an appointment, to just reach out and talk with somebody and say, I have this opportunity. Is there a time that we can meet? It's really, I've had a lot of really bad success when I talk with somebody and share half of oh yeah, I'm doing this and it's really great, and oh yeah, and this person I know, and it, nothing ever leads to anything when I do that, when I sort of go out there and verbally vomit over everybody. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to follow that example. You want to set an appointment and have people ready to share their stories. Connect with your friends through the business, and we're all willing to connect and share with each other, and have people ready so that when you have this appointment, you can speed dial Roll in Utah or Brenda in Gresham or Christine in Southern California and say, hey, would you share really quickly your story? So that's the big goal, is to get them to this appointment where you can set them up for success. And, opening sentences, like I said, reaching out to people and just saying, hey, I know your health is a priority. I'm working with a company that could really help you. When can we get together? April had a great one. I know your knees are really bothering you right now, and you're looking at having a total knee replacement, and there's something that I'm aware of that could really help you. It's helped others that are dealing with the same type of pain. When can we get together, and when can I share about this? As we're hearing on the news that we could be in a recession next year. So I think people are getting a little concerned, and they're looking for ways to make extra money and get out of debt. And so, you can just talk about that. Talk about how this company has helped you to earn that extra income, and the sky is the limit with it. And one thing, too, that is so great about this company is its residual income. So you do the work once, and if you do it successfully, you keep getting paid for it year after year. And that's something Diane and I talked about as we're, looking to earn more money, and we do various things to do that, but it's a lot of trading time for dollars, hours for dollars. And so, the brilliant plan that we have with this company, where we can earn a residual income and it can grow, and we don't have to trade hours for dollars for the rest of our life is a very appealing thing. So,
Linda?
and then, oh, yeah.
Sorry, this is Brenda.
Hi, Brenda.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that I remember hearing in trainings or whatever that when kind of the economy took a downturn before, Relive stayed strong. And I'm sure that I heard that, and so that is something, for us to think about, that Relive was still going, even though there were people, that were losing their jobs and stuff. Relive kept going.
Well, and this is Violet, and I confirm that. Our business goes up because what happens when the economy is strong, everyone's comfortable, and they forget how it was when they were struggling. They're like, oh, we're good. And so then Relive kind of goes, they still love it, they still take the product, but they're not actively building because their traditional jobs are doing okay. But then when the traditional jobs are a little bit in, when they're in question or there's layoffs that are maybe coming, then all of a sudden people they pivot back to Relive. And so, yeah, a recession, I would hate for that to happen, but when it does, you don't have to panic with Relive because we still continue to go and get stronger.
Yeah, absolutely. And the beauty of it is it does get stronger, and the more people that know about it, the more people that are getting wonderful results with their health and their finances, the stronger it gets. And so I know that everybody's goal is to make this a billion-dollar company, and we're on the verge of being able to do that. And opportunities are going to come. We just need to reach out to people and just say, how are you? And ask that question and then listen to their answers. And then, again, use our resources and the tools and the stories to validate what we have to offer.
So once you've identified the person and connected and we're able to make an appointment, you share the Relive story. Share your story. Be very open about the results that you've gotten using the Relive products. Why was it that you became interested in that, and the belief that you have in the products, and just share your heart. When you do make an appointment, then make sure and share the entire business. Somebody might say to you, well, I'm just really concerned about this health thing, or I'm just looking for a business, I'm just looking for a business so that I can make extra income. To both of those people, you want to share the entire story, the whole Relive story, the products and the business. We have awesome presentation tools that are available to us. The opportunity books, the slides, the videos, the app, the webinars, the podcasts. I was listening to Tina's podcast, and Dr. Galvez just cracks me up. And her trying to rein him in, oh my gosh, it's just hilarious. But we have all of these really wonderful, wonderful tools. So you're gonna share. If somebody has a health concern or a health issue that they've contacted you about, or that you're aware of. Also, share the business with them. Let them know that that besides these wonderful, life-altering products that we also have a business that can be as life-altering as the products.
And something that I kind of want to say Tom said it in training, but somebody, one of the leaders said it. When you share the business, what you're doing is you're putting money back into their pocket. When you're sharing the product, they're envisioning you're just taking money out of my pocket. But when you're sharing the business, they can see how that would put money back into their pocket. And it also gives them the opportunity to visualize how they can build up their own business and have these products the first goal would be to have your products basically for free. How to pay for your products by using
870 West, 410 North, Linden, Utah.
Hold on. I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody right now. I'm hearing a little feedback. So, okay, so I'm hoping everybody can hear me. Yeah, so you want to share the business even if people are only interested in the products, because it does allow people to see how they can afford the products and how then they can start to afford other things that they need in their life. Yeah, got it. And so as you help new people engage, you're engaging them and who they know and sharing with as many people as you can. So you can do this in a number of ways. You can do Relive meetings and events, and there's some that are coming up in all of our areas. So we'll spend a little bit of time talking about those at the end of this call. In-home parties. You can do webinars, as Diane talked about, conference calls, get your upline on the phone with people, or FaceTiming or something like that. Reach out to other distributors. There's the Lifestyle magazine, there's the blog, and there's a ton of video tools. And the great thing about this is you don't have to know it all. When people ask questions, you can say, wow, I don't know that, but I know somebody who might be able to get the answer, and reach out to those who you know to validate, or reach out even to the company. And there's just, every time I go in and I download a new slideshow for these, I'm just amazed at how many more videos there are than the last time. And taking the time to look at those videos, it's just amazing that all of the support that we have through this company. The company wants us to be a success. So then, once you've presented the whole picture of Relive, both the business and the products, then you ask for a decision. And Quila gave the best advice, bite your tongue and let them answer for themselves. And just the perfect question here is just, what sparked your interest, or where do you see yourself connecting with this company? And once they make their decision, if it's even just, I want to try the products, or I want to come in as a master affiliate, then be prepared. So be prepared to get them started immediately. So have the products and tools with you at all times. Have the recommended order ready for each option that they might want, like a priority customer, distributor, master affiliate, and be ready to help them register with the forms or the online application. You can call the company, or you can send them to your website. And with the products, ask questions and listen to them and make recommendations. The super pack or personalized needs that they might have. You want to keep it really simple at first. Don't overwhelm them with everything. And then, talk to them. Talk to them about the ways that they can save on the products. And I know when I first got started with Relive, it's about 10 years ago, and I came home with a can of Classic and a can of Glucofect. Yeah, and that wasn't the best combination for me to start with, but that's what I wanted. And the lady that I bought the products from, she was telling me, well, there's ways to save, and And as I finished, over the first month and a half, because I took a little break, as I finished my product and I realized the effect that it was having on me, the positive effect that I was seeing from what I was taking, I remembered, hey, I called her. I said, hey, Anna, you said that there were ways to save money on this. And this is really, I am feeling so much better actually from taking this. And if I'm going to take it for the rest of my life, I want to get it at the best price. And so she set up a real appointment with me and did it with her upline. And I ended up coming in as a master affiliate because I just saw the value in the products. And I thought, if I'm going to take these for the rest of my life, I want to get them for the best price. It's kind of that Costco mentality that I thrive on. So you want to share that opportunity with everybody because, maybe 6 weeks or a year or 6 years down the road, they might say, hey, I'm in a place where I want to jump on this. And you don't know everybody's timing, but what you're doing is you're planting seeds. And so who do you know? Again, who do you know who can benefit from the Relive products and opportunity? And, just talk to them. Where would you like to get started? Just keep the decision with them. If they want to build a Relive business, get started immediately. Do that application, review the comp plan, ask questions, listen to them, and then help them to see their potential, and also talk to them about who they know who might want to join them in the business.
And when they make their decision, be aware of what's going on within the company, because there are benefits to each one of those levels, a customer, distributor, or master affiliate. This particular month for customers, their first order is free for delivery, for shipping, not free. Yeah, not free shipping. Free shipping. There we go. Oh my goodness. Yeah. New distributors get started this month for half of the cost than normal for their application. It's only $20 in the U.S. versus $40, and then there's free shipping for master affiliates, for new master affiliates. So, every month there's something going on, that there's some kind of promotion that the company is offering, and it's important to know what those are and to be aware of those and share that information with your potential people.
Well, and another aspect is, as they're excited and they're really enthused about getting started with this, these products and with the business, help them do that, because it's countless people who have just gotten started in the business who end up being one of the top 5 people, and there's bonuses available. And, as their excitement grows, their business is going to grow. And especially now that Relive is paying out on a weekly basis versus, like 6 weeks down the road, that is going to add to the excitement even more, because they're going to see almost immediate results of, wow, I'm getting this money back from Relive for what I've done last week. So that's really exciting. And, you want to follow up with them. So April's story at the beginning, I'm excited to hear about her follow-up with her new customer with the balm who is using it for his knees. But you want to follow up with your customers and with all your new people, and talk about, how important it is to find that red scoop in the cans, as Tom likes to say, to make sure that they're taking the product, to make sure that they open the product. Continue to educate them with stories and look to move them up. The stories really validate, and it's just really, it's great for them to hear the stories, because it validates what they're doing. If maybe they're not seeing immediate effects from the products, they know that those effects are coming. And also the stories help them to think about other people who may be dealing with a different issue that this could help. And so I know that when I listen to the calls, when I listen to I love listening to the international call on Thursdays and the Stories of Hope call. And every time I do that, somebody comes to mind like, oh, wow, I really need to connect with this person to share these stories with them. So that's what happens with new people too. As you share more stories with them, they think of people in their own sphere of influence that they can connect to. And the follow-up can be really simple. Day 1, did you find the red scoop? Day 3, how are you doing? Are you being consistent with it? And then day 10, what results are you seeing so far? And it's really important to just keep connecting with them because they might be introverted and, not wanting to, I don't want to sell anything. That's something we hear a lot. But they might think of others that they can share this with. And that's the important thing.
The other part of following up, I'm reminded of a story that somebody said that they got their mother started on some products and stuff. And so she followed up with her a couple of days later and she's like, Mom, how are you doing with the shakes? And she's like, oh, so much. I'm having a really challenging time hard time getting everything in. And the mother went on to explain that she'd read the directions on the packaging and she was taking an 8-ounce shake for every product she was using, and she was using like 4 products. and the daughter felt bad, but realized she'd never told her mom she could mix all of the products in one shake and just go from there. She was taking 4 separate shakes. So, just because it feels intuitive to us, it might not be intuitive to everybody. Make sure and follow up with your people and kind of address any concerns that they might be having, in the first couple of days.
And teach them the benefits of making the ambassador shake, which is 1 scoop of everything in one big shake.
That's right.
Yeah. So, anyway, as you're helping your distributors to succeed, your new people, again, like help them to take that immediate action. And like I said, help them go through that XR book, identify, build their own list, make connections, and help them just say, who are we going to call first? Share the story, set appointments, and get them running. So, and then talk to them about, how to run the business. Make sure that they are comfortable figuring out, the ordering, registering their own people, navigating the website. The website has improved so much in the past couple of years. And then, that they've got the distributor kit, that they've got this, get started, that if they're really going to run a business, they're going to need the website of their own and the app and help them connect to all of those tools that they have available to them.
And what's really exciting, as Linda said, things have improved so much. People are most excited the minute they sign up. It's like, what can I do right now? Well, Relive has recognized this, and and the distributor kit, is now virtual. Yeah, virtual. And so we don't have to wait for 10 days for something to come in the mail. It's really exciting how the company is moving forward with understanding the psyche of us and how we live in a microwave society, and we just need to get going right now.
And we need to get paid next week.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're behind us 100%. So there's so many tools that are out there. I mean, unbelievable amount of tools, and we kind of covered them. All the things that are on social media, the websites, the personal websites, the apps, all of the training videos and blogs, and you just need to, go exploring and set some time aside every day to see what's new and what can I share. and the system is there for us. So there's special events coming up. There's the daily activity that we do, and our daily activity needs to be focused toward building to the special events and getting new people involved and taking them with us. And so, and then as Diane said, there's, the really great podcasts, monthly product calls, support tools, there's corporate support for this. And again, it's all about getting new people involved. And there are a couple of events that are coming up, and I did download this yesterday, and these are from 2018. And yeah, so I was kind of surprised, and I couldn't really change this slide. But there's a new Relive Live event, February 14th and 15th in Dallas, Texas.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day in Texas. So, you know what I'm talking about. So, that's going to be really exciting. And also there is another Relive Live event that is July 31st and August 1st in St. Louis, Missouri. So we want to get building to those events and think about, where do you want to be? Where do you want your business to be when you get to Dallas? And then where do you want it to grow even more when you get to St. Louis? And you want to engage your team, get them as excited as you are, and develop the library of stories, the support to build ambassadors, you build relationships, and you need to stay engaged and set your goals, like I said. Review the road to presidential director with them and stretch their thinking. Get them dreaming about, wow, what if I could do this? What if I was living and getting this income in the next 5 years? Where would I be in a year? Where would I be in 6 months? To take those steps toward that goal. Identify, who's going to be the next key director. So get them engaged to get down that path with you. And then duplicate and duplicate and duplicate. And the beauty of it is that it's the same steps for everybody. So just think about who's next. And there are some upcoming events that we can build toward and plug new people into. I know that in the Portland area, next Saturday, there is a home shake party at Miriam Wolf's, and it's on Saturday, September 28th at 10 a.m., 10 to 10:45 at the home of Miriam Wolf. And so just reach out to her by Wednesday and let her know if you want to invite any guests. She's opened it up for everybody. I know that Quila is going down to the California group in Salinas next weekend, and she'll be doing opportunity meetings. Is there anybody from California that would like to give more information? I think Quila's in her puppy obedience class right now. But if there's anybody from California, from the Salinas group, that would like to come on and share. Okay, so September 28th. Thanks, Diane's being a great assistant here. So 10:30 to 12:30, there's a meeting with Quila at the Prunedale Library Room in Salinas, and Yvette Dickey is the contact for that. And then there's some upcoming meetings in Arizona, October 18th and 19th, with Tom Moody. And then there's a Chicago event, October 25th and 26th, for anybody that's nearby there, with Joe and Carol Felger and Tom and Val Moody. So, wow, there's a lot of really amazing people. Anything coming up? I know that there's a bunch of events in the Utah area. April, would you like to come on and, or Luann or somebody from Utah and share? You have to *6. Oh, *6 to unmute yourself. Yeah, I'll unmute everybody, actually, I think.
This is April.
Yeah, hi.
So for this coming, this coming Tuesday, we're going to have here in Utah a taco night where we're going to taco all about it, about Relive, and what we're going to have going. We're going to have a training meeting on the 28th of this month on a Saturday morning. I usually have a brunch going with that. And Tuesday the 8th, another Relive meeting. And then what I'm super excited about is the 25th of October, Quada's going to come out to Utah, and we're going to have a meeting at my house. So if you know of anyone who is in the greater Salt Lake, Utah Valley area, that would be an awesome, awesome meeting for her to invite to come see her.
Oh, perfect.
So,
Wonderful.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Luann, and there have been a couple changes. The Saturday training that April just mentioned has been canceled.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. It's changed. Sorry.
Yeah, that's been changed. But we will have the Tuesday night, as April said. But then we go into October, like April said, into the 8th of October, and then Quada's coming in as the 25th. But we also have a Saturday training on October 12th.
Okay. And where's that? October 12th?
I think
going to be located at?
Yeah, I think it'll be at my house in Orem, Utah.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. All right. Thanks, Luann. Thanks, April. Anybody else have anything to share before we adjourn for the day?
We're doing another wine and cheese night on October 8th that we are going to be looking at CBD again. And then I can't remember the date, but at the end of October, we're also going to do a Super Saturday down here in Southern California.
Awesome. Thanks, Robert. Perfect.
So I put a question in the chat box, and I wanted to know, like on the new distributor kits, the information, is that something that any of us can look at now, or is that strictly something that only a new distributor can get into? Because I'd like to be able to see what they so that you can help train them.
Great question. I don't have an answer. Does anybody else have an answer? I know, Jim, go ahead.
I do and I don't. I called distributor relations and asked them, and they told me there is a link you can go to, but what I was given, I tried and I couldn't get to it. But apparently there is a place that we can go to see that distributor kit. I just don't have it.
Okay. So, all right, that sounds great. Any other questions or any other items to cover before we end the meeting? Okay, I'm going to take that as a no. So, thank you all for contributing today. Diane and I are grateful to know all of you and just feel very enriched to be your friends and to have you as our helpers in this journey, and so we are grateful to everybody, and we want you to have a wonderful Saturday and start thinking, who do you reach out to today? So thanks, and I'm going to stop the recording now.